Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Bleeding Crypto's Market Update. Today is Friday, September 27th, 8:54 a.m. local time. I hope you're having a good day, morning, or afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. I've been going since 5:30 this morning with video calls, updating my groups, trading plans. Oh, man. I almost didn't do it. It's Friday. I want to be done for the day. I want to go out and enjoy myself. Actually, I want to get to the gym right now. But I figured, you know what? Let me give you guys a market update because look at this. Look where we're at, guys. Look where we're at. Look at where we are at. There's some things that I want to change on my chart. So I want to do that with you guys. I don't want to do it after. I don't want to do it off camera. Look, let me zoom in. And I'm not showing off because this isn't me. This is the price action doing what the price action does. Look, can you all see that where we stopped? Can you see that? Do you see why diagonals work? I'm sorry, man. I just say it because it's comical when people tell me diagonals don't. When I hear people say diagonals don't work, it's just comical. Hopefully by now they're probably don't even watch my videos. They're like, fuck him, he's making fun of me. You gotta have a thick skin if you're gonna listen to me, guys. All right. But what does this mean? What does this mean? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what it meant to me. It meant this is where we draw down. It meant this is where we draw down. It meant this is where we draw down. This is where we draw down. This was the top, and we drove down. This is what created the channel. Why is it different? Why is this time different? Well, listen to yesterday's video, and it'll tell you why. I'm not gonna go over it again. You'll know why. If you haven't listened to yesterday's video, you're just lazy and you don't want to know the answers. Okay, so I told you one thing, guys, yesterday. I was going to wait till October 1st to remove this. I can't wait any longer. It's driving me insane because this is not going to happen. This has a 1% chance of happening. So I feel so much better. The hardest thing for a trader to do, guys, besides making money, is pivoting. Most traders are one directional. They will only look at one way, and they will stick to that one way no matter what the chart shows them. Very few traders can look at something and say, okay, this was supposed to happen, but this invalidated that, so now I have to change and put in the work and come up with an alternative thesis. Most traders do not do that. They'll stick to that conviction. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. And I explained to you why yesterday I am incredibly bullish. I told you why yesterday in great detail. And guys, I had to block somebody yesterday. I actually blocked somebody yesterday. You know what they told me? And I listened to yesterday's video again because I'm like, no, there's no fucking way. He tells me, why are you so stuck on your lower target conviction? I was like, what? I thought maybe sometimes I say bear instead of bull, or vice versa. Maybe I said that to make him think. Yesterday's video, I explained to you why that's not going to happen, why all of this changed it, and he's still. But again, guys, that just goes to show you how stupid people are. That should excite you. Those are the people that we're going to take all of their money. We're going to take their life savings. We're going to leave them broke. And I cannot wait to do that. I cannot wait because someone needs to buy our bags. And there's plenty of stupid people out there to buy our bags. It's going to be a great 2025 for us, guys. Great 2025. So we hit the target. Does this mean that a pullback's coming? In my opinion, yes, but it doesn't mean that's going to happen right now. What this does mean is that we're hitting the exhaustion point. We're hitting the point where I'm expecting to see a drawdown, and this is where the advantage of building a strong, slow move to the upside comes in handy. It's right here. It's right here. Now watch, let me show it to you in case you don't know. First of all, because I'm excited, I am going to change something that I'm not allowed to change yet because this candle isn't closed. I'll change it back on Monday if it's wrong, but I think that my excitement is going to allow me to do this. Boom, that is now the swing high. Because this matters, because I'm not going to do a video tomorrow for you guys. It's going to be Monday through Friday. If you want to hear from me, join my Telegram or join my Discord. They hear from me 7 days a week. So this is why it happens, because now look at the separation that we have with the continuation rule, which I believe is the absolute worst case scenario, to the bottom of the horizontal channel. Massive move up here, massive buffer here. On top of that, look at what we did on the way up. These prior resistance areas, these prior 1, 2, and 3 are now very, very strong support. How do I know that? Because from the underside, it took us a long time to break them. Pushed up, and we had to break and break and break. We did a lot of work. It took us a long time to break it. Same reaction you're going to get on the upside of that. The underside was the work. The upside of it, you're going to have the same problem. When we roll over, it's going to be hard to break this. Very hard. When it does break, you have this one here. That's going to be difficult to break. But these are necessary to break, because I'm going to tell you a word that you should have ingrained in your brain if you have listened to me. The word is called backtest. I don't know if that's 2 words. I think that's 2 words. Backtest. Yeah. I don't never get a spelling error when I do it anyways. Backtest. And what are we missing, guys? The backtest to the 200 MA. The daily 200 MA has not gotten backtested. So this is a great layer to slow down the acceleration of any fast moves. And then this is going to be a massive area of support, not only because of the 200 MA. On top of that, you have these. This area here was also resistance. So they're lined up together. And if by some miracle we're able to break through, we have the 382 and the 0.50, which I don't think is going to get hit, but it has a possibility. It's got a chance to hit. But more importantly than anything else, guys, is that this is the refuel for that accelerated candle that we need to say this move is over. This is done. We are reversing what we've done. And I'm going to show you an example of that. All right. You see how here I showed you before, right? In order to break that with conviction, in order to break this cycle with conviction, you need a high capacity thrust candle. You need a thrust candle. You need a thrust candle that says, this is it. That's it. We're done with it. And we've had those, but unfortunately, we've had those at the bottom. And we've had some that were too far down to make any difference. And we weren't quite at the apex of the bull flag on the monthly time frame. So we have all of these factors that are lining up. The seasonality chart, the U.S. elections, the apex of the bull flag. What else? Just there's just so many. And I've been talking about those for the past, I don't know how many weeks. Okay, now this move here or here should give us this candle right here. Let me show you why that matters. Watch this. I want to hide this. I'm going to hide this. I'm going to show an example of a thrust candle that says enough is enough. Okay, watch this. On the way down here towards the bottom, all right, we had this lower high, another lower high, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and we found a nice bottom here, consolidation, but we don't know if this was the bottom or not. We could have easily come up here and put a lower high, but what did we do? We didn't do it. We put a double top. Oh, all right. There's a little bit of conviction. Okay, we started climbing. So we took out this lower high. Then we slowly came out and we took this lower high. Look right here. This candle took out this lower high. Then we needed one more lower. I like seeing the confirmation of three. The confirmation of three. So we had this right here. We had this. Look. Watch this. We had this right there. We had that area. The last. Okay, all we need to do is one more lower high. And what do? We reject. We hit it and we drew down. Like, shit. Here we go. It was too good to be true. That pullback allowed the rubber band effect. That refuel, that rest, pull back. And then what do you get off of that? The thrust candle that says enough is enough. This is what I'm expecting to happen next. This candle. And this candle and this scenario, if you go back, guys, is a very, very common playbook. Very common playbook. This is what I'm looking for next. That's why I'm so excited. And as much as I don't want to see this come down to the 0.50, that'd be really good. That would be really good because, again, like a rubber band, the more you pull back without breaking it, the more chances you're going to see that upthrust candle. Give me 1 second. Remember, you can't close below 0.50. You can do a wick, but you can't close. There it is. There it is. There it is. Look, a wick is fine. No candle body close. Even though this hits 618, it did not invalidate my continuation rule. That spring action coming into here, accelerated that. There it is right there. There it is right there. So if we can get the blessing of coming down and pulling into this, that reaction is going to be one of these reactions. And of course, like anything else, just like we're going to back test this, the way we back test everything that I've always showed you, everything that I've showed you that's important has a back test. Everything. Same thing. When we have that upthrust candle, you'll see a little, more likely it'll be a back test to here, to this purple. So I'm expecting an upthrust here, get us above the purple line to do one of these moves here, to do one of these, if we can get it. If we can get it here, great. If it may be 382, then we have the upthrust candle. Then we have the back test of this purple. Oh man, I shouldn't have double clicked it. Hold on, I gotta do this. Hold on, give me 1 second, guys. I gotta get this. I'm just having too much fun right now. It's too much fun. Here, the upthrust candle, the back test to here, and then Valhalla. And you know what I mean, guys. It's not gonna go straight. It's we have, like I said yesterday. Again, that's why yesterday's video is so important. We've got some work to do. We got work to do, and that's okay. That's okay. But the point is, we're gonna continue to go. Go. New all-time high. Many people think I'm crazy. It won't happen until next year. I think it's gonna happen October, the latest November. But I think it'll happen in October. I think it will. I could be wrong, and that's okay. Let me do this here real quick. Okay, so now, here's the thing, guys. What's going to make it come down? Well, in my opinion, and the way I've showed you guys the market works on liquidations, guys. That's just how the market moves. The market builds up a certain amount of liquidations, and they come back down and reverse it, and they take them out, and that fuels the next move to the upside or to the downside. That's just how it's been working, and that's how it works, and how it's been working, how I've been showing you. So, we're Friday. We very often talk about scam pump weekend, right? Every weekend, Asia comes in, and they like to scam pump it. Why do they like to scam pump it? Because all week long, everybody's posting their $30,000 charge, their $20,000 charge. Oh, we're going down. Oh, these guys must know what they're talking about. They shorted. Scam pump week comes in. They push it up. They liquidate all those shorts. New York comes in, smacks it back down to where they close it on Friday, and we do the same thing again and again. Sometimes we don't run that high, but we run a little bit. Guess what, guys? I think this time is the reverse. I think because of this move, because of no pullbacks, the exhaustion of this move, the critical, guys, you cannot deny the power. We reject it. I mean, not a big rejection, but the fact that we stopped and we pull back and we have a wick right now, that's a huge, huge win for us. Huge win for us. If you're a bull, that's a huge win. Scam dump weekend is what I'm looking for. Scam dump weekend. For the same reasons that we get a scam pump weekend. We get a scam pump weekend. It's usually a buildup of shorts, pull them up, and we take them out. Now, it's the opposite, but I want to show it to you. I don't want you to take my word for it. Let me show you the data. Give me 1 second. I'm going to pause you. I'm going to pause it here because I have to open my liquidation data because it's stuck right now. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, guys, here we are. We're looking at the liquidation data that I point out from time to time on high block and how we measure, how I measure a lot of those moves and those scam pump weekends and what I look for on those scam pump weekends to be taken out. Well, look at the delta. And all you really have to do is look left. When we built up a certain amount of longs, the market makers drop the market, they liquidate, then we get into some short, and then vice versa, back and forth. And look at these ranges. And they haven't been built up very much, but yet they still come all the way down and they wipe them. These areas here were 4 billion. This area here was 3 billion, and they came and knocked everything out. We are at $17.62 billion. I have 17.62 billion reasons why the probability is that as a bull, we're going to be able to stretch that rubber band and get that accelerated move and break the cycle of dumping here. Because in order to break the cycle, look, guys, I want you to recognize these deviations. They look exactly the same. Just small little moves up here, small little moves up here, small. We can't afford a small little move here. It has to be an accelerated candle. It has to be like the one I just showed you here. It has to be one of these candles here for us to break that, for us to break that cycle. I mean, it doesn't have to, but it's typically what we see. Okay, that's a better word. We get a lot of guys say, it doesn't have to do nothing. Yeah, you're right. Just bear with me. I get excited. I'm very passionate. I love what I do, and I'm really excited about what's coming. Up-only season's coming, and the season where you're waiting for your RSIs to cool down, and they never cool down, and the price continues to go. We're getting into that season. Your indicators don't mean shit anymore. It's buy. Don't look back. Just buy. It's going to be that season, and I love it. And watch. You're going to hear people say, oh, no, that's not correct. You just wait for that. No, shut the fuck up. Just look left and you'll see exactly. And I'll even show you an example in a minute. I'll show you an example in a minute of the fuck your indicators move that we get on these pumps. But this is what I'm looking for. So I think that this move here is justified when you look at this data. You look at the way you look left, you look at the way the market makers like to liquidate, especially on the weekends, and the opportunity that's going to create. So I'm really excited because this move down here is going to set the last big move for the alts to have these. From moving forward, the alts are going to be putting in these 80 to 100% ROIs in days, every day, every few days, 100%, every few days, 80%, every few days, 60%. It's going to be an incredible opportunity. Hopefully you guys know what you're doing, know what to look for. You guys know how to book profits. You guys are following a mentor. Hopefully you guys are doing all that. It's why I set this Telegram up recently. I set my $25 a month Telegram, I set it up a couple months ago in anticipation that we were approaching the apex of the bull flag, and liquidity was going to come in, and we're going to have easy season. We're going to have genius season. So I've been able to, for 2 months, build up my group, have live stream with them. Not very often, but I have enough live stream to have them understand my way of thinking, what I'm looking for, what the signs are, what we're going to do, what our game plan is, everything ahead of time. Because when this happens, there is no time for none of that stuff. You put the work in before it happens. This is going to be our Super Bowl coming up. And our Super Bowl is about reacting to the training that we did before that Super Bowl. And that's the season that we're coming in. So I'm really, really excited, guys. We just have to be patient, all right? Be patient for this weekend. The probability of coming down and back testing the 200 MA, I think is really great. I believe that the bulls are strong enough to not let it come into here. But if we can get the gift, great, great. This will be your last opportunity, in my opinion, to ever buy Bitcoin above $62,000. The last opportunity. The last. Could I be wrong? Yeah, I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. But we'll see. Again, guys, everything has an invalidation, and I talked about that yesterday. I'm not going to go about it. I'm not going to go over it again. I think it's just too redundant. If you want to know what the invalidation, literally listen to yesterday's video or all the other videos before that. I always talk about invalidation. I'm sick of talking about invalidation. This is up only season coming up. And you know what my invalidation, if you've been following me, you know what that invalidation is. Right now, I'm going with the probability. And the probability is some sort of pullback here, maybe here, worst case scenario, World War III type, 1% probability is here. But a pullback is normal. And a pullback is needed to get this. Unlikely this happens. Okay, and be careful because this could happen. If we continue to come up here, without this pullback, guys, this is not going to happen. It's very unlikely. It's going to be that rollover. And again, not to here, but a deeper rollover than if we can just come back into here and do it from this point instead of this point. Because then if you go from this point, it's no longer a higher low rule. The likelihood is we're going to come all the way back here and now go into the consolidation rule. And this is what I mean, in case I'm not making sense. Right now, the swing high is where I'm taking my continuation rule. Now, if we go up to here without cooling down, that drawdown here is going to be greater. It's probably going to be even more violent. It's probably going to come down to the bottom here, and then we do this. Watch this. Here. We do this. And I don't want this. You know why? Because the consolidation rule means no spring action. How do I know that? Because I show you guys that very often, and I'll show it to you again. Let's look back. The last time we invalidated the spring action, what did? We consolidated for 16 hours. Oh my God, it was like fucking pulling teeth. But the prior a higher low was here, and it hit 0.50 perfectly. And look at the spring action that it caused. You see a difference between a spring action and a consolidation? Very, very, very different. So they behave differently. I want to see this reaction. I don't want to see this reaction. I mean, 16 hours is not a lot, guys. I know it's not a lot, but I'm excited. We've been waiting for the new all-time highs to come in. New all-time highs are around the corner. I think it's going to happen in October, like I said before. Latest November, breaking all-time highs. I don't know what, I'm not talking about 100,000, no, I'm talking about breaking above 74,000 is coming in October, in my opinion. But we need to resolve this. We need to know how we're going to get there. We're going to get there slower, or can we please get, hold on. Right there. Can we please do this instead? Wait, I think one more. Yeah, there it is. Can we do this instead? I don't want this to go up higher. I want this to get over with. Let's go. Let's break out of this horrible cycle that we've been in for 6 months of dropping 20% every time we hit the top of this channel. Let's get above that horizontal medium line, which look carries a lot of weight, a lot of support and resistance, a lot. 6 months worth. It just goes and goes and goes. Well, right here. Stop right. So 6 months. All right. I'm excited, guys. I think it's looking good. Have patience for the market. Be grateful if you get this move. Don't be afraid. Step in. Very seldomly do you see me being aggressive. I'm always saying, okay, just wait for this. No, do not. This is not the time to wait. This is not the time for fucking confirmation. This is the time to step in front of risk and allow your training, trust in your training. Trust in the training. Meaning you buy here, and buy here. It's not going here. This doesn't exist. Okay? That's being aggressive. Because normally you don't hear that from me. Very seldomly do you hear that from me. So when I do, it's for very, very, very good reasons. Here, or here. That's it. And don't wait for here. This may never happen. The 1% chance is going to happen. This is a good 60, 70% chance that it's going to hit the 200. 30% chance that it's going to hit 382. But start buying at the 200 moving average. I don't give a fuck what anybody else tells you. It's all about risk. And there's certain times that you got to stop being a pussy and you got to step into that risk and you got to trust your training. And this is one of them. Could I be wrong? Yeah, I could be wrong. But that's how I'm playing it. That's how I'm playing it. You guys want my opinion? That's my opinion. All right, guys. Everyone have a really good day. And I'll see you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend. Step outside. Great things ahead of us, guys. Pumptober is coming. Up only season is coming. New all-time highs is coming. Alts are going to explode. They're going to far outperform Bitcoin. Alts are going to far outperform Bitcoin. Let me show you. I forgot to show you your stupid your stupid indicators that are not going to work. Let me show you how they're not going to work. Here, I'll show you a perfect example how they are not going to work. They suck. They don't work. Let me show you this. Let me show you this. Look. I showed this to my group earlier. Look at this. Look at this. Watch this. Let me get rid of some of it. I don't need this here. I don't need that. Okay. This is how it's not going to work, guys. Do you see these moves here? Oh, actually, I'm going to do it on the daytime frame. I'm doing it on the daily because that's what really matters. A lot of people look at the daily, and you're going to see, hold on, where is the previous run? I want you to see the last bull run. It just gives you a really, really good perspective. And this is how people are going to end up losing. Watch this. So you were trained for 2.5 years that, oh, guys, you hear me say it because that's normally how it works. Oh, guys, when be careful, RSI is overbought on the daily. You let it cool down, let it wait. That's your training. You've been doing that. We hit a peak on this RSI right here on this candle. The high of this candle, I'm going to mark it right here. Watch this. The high of this candle was 13,246. So in your brain, your training says this: let it cool down. Don't chase. Bullshit. You chase. This is the time where you fucking chase. Don't listen to anybody fucking telling you not to chase. And I'm going to prove it to you why you got to chase. Because of this. When this happens and you're here, your brain's going to say, oh, no, I'm going to wait. I can't chase. Well, guess what, guys? Your fucking indicators, they will stay overbought and they don't come down. And they will stay here for fucking months and months. And when it finally drops, let me show you this. When it finally drops, that's this candle right there. Watch this. Oh, let me go to this here. Watch, that's this candle right there. The price is now 19,450. So you wanted to wait for this to come down. So you sell because you're a genius. And you forget that up only season says fuck you to all your indicators. And we go up. Then we start to drop. You're like, oh, here we go. I knew it. It took a little bit longer, but it's okay. But that's why I don't chase. I wait. And it comes down here. And guess what? It doesn't fucking go down. You sold it here. It goes down to 16,000. But do you buy here? No, you don't buy here. You know why? Because I guarantee you I'm 100% fucking right that when it comes here, you're going to tell yourself, no, it'll come. Wait. It starts to move up. And you tell yourself, no, that's okay. It's going to put a higher low. No, excuse me. It's going to put a lower high. It's okay. It's putting a lower high, and then it's going to come down here. When it gets back up to here, that's when you're like, fuck, it's not coming down. Now you're buying it $6,000 higher. Then this happened. You think this happened by coincidence? This is exactly how it happens. Why? Because it's happened to me and it's happened to everyone. You then buy it here and then this starts to happen. And then you say, fuck, I knew it. It was coming down. I was impatient. I should have waited. Then you sell here because you're convinced that it's going to come back down here. And that's why they do this. Once enough people have sold, and then you're buying it back in here. Because your ass thought you were going to outsmart the market because your fucking indicators told you to sell. Indicators are not going to fucking work. Not an up-only season. And this is just one example. There's so many other examples that I can show you. That's just one. And that is the mentality and the rationale that everyone does around these areas. I've been doing this shit for 7 fucking years. I've lived through this. I've seen this. I've been through that. I hear people on YouTube talking about playing exactly the mentality. Oh, no, wait. Oh, no, it psyched me out, but I went back in. Oh, no, shit. Then I thought I was right. Oh, then it left me again. It's up only. You buy, you buy, you buy, you buy. If you get a chance, if you get a red candle, you fucking buy again. You don't worry about fucking fibs or RS. None of that shit. You buy. This is the up only season. All right? Until proven otherwise, you play that fucking trend. And you remember this. And you remember this. And you remember that I've been telling you, fucking bull flag. Bull flags don't do this. Okay? Bull flags do this. Let me show you what bull flags do. You know how accurate my harmonic, well, they're not my harmonic patterns, but the harmonic patterns that I use. You know how accurate that is, right? Well, let me show you this. And this is the way Investopedia tells you to use harmonic breakout flag deals, right? They do this. I do it like this to be more conservative. I do it here. I get the lowest point here because I like to be conservative. You're supposed to do it here. So I know that. So any guys making comments, oh, you're putting on the wrong side. Yes, I know. I'm being conservative. Here's how I measure it. And even on that, look at this. Even with my being conservative, 100 grand. Now, the way I should measure, the way Investopedia and the way you're taught is this on that breakout. That gives you 116,000. But I don't like catching Pico tops. That's why I never catch. Now you know what? I always tell you guys, I don't catch Pico tops. Why? Because I measure conservatively. I don't care about this. I'm okay. I'm happy as fuck with this. You can strive for Pico tops, and everybody on Twitter is a Pico top seller. Great, good job. I'm not that good. I'm happy right here. I'm a peasant, and peasants love this right here. All right. So be ready to ride this and stop being a pussy. Have a good day. Have a great weekend.